Thanks and welcome to another Coach's Preseason Interview Show with Coach Smith of the Golden Plains Bulldogs this morning here on OpenSpacesSports.com. And Coach, as you look forward to this season, what do you expect?
Our goal this year is to go out and be competitive, come to every game ready to play, be prepared, and we're really looking to be competitive and going out there and showing teams what we got.
Well, folks, if you want to know a little bit more about the Golden Plains Bulldogs and their football team, go to OpenSpacesSports.com. Well, Coach, let's talk. Now, you've been at Golden Plains for quite a few years. How many exactly?
This will be my 16th year.
16th year, and of course, a long tradition of 8-man football, and numbers is probably as critical. Really, it's critical for 11-man. It's critical for 8-man, and with the dwindling populations, numbers have been a concern, haven't they?
Yeah, when I first started in 2000 through about 2005, I was averaging between 20 to 25 kids. And with the number of boys we have in our school right now, we're lucky to get between, I think last year we ended up with 12. This year we're going to be between 15 and 16. So, it really makes it hard to do anything in practice when it comes to scrimmaging.
What about leadership on this year's team? Who do you look for leadership? Leadership's important, I think, to coaches.
Oh, very much so. We can only do so much. And, oftentimes the players will look to other players before they'll look to us for leadership. So I returned Cole Ziegelmeyer. He was an all-league offensive lineman. I have Coy and Cade Wessel. And then I have two juniors who have really stepped up this summer in the weight room, Jesus Aragon and then Dawson Spresser.
Now, what style of play do you think would fit you best? I mean, and 8-man is obviously a little more wide open than 11-man and more scoring. We see that a lot. But running the football or passing or a combination, or where do you want your team to focus on?
I would really love to be able to spread it out and throw the ball, but with the type of team we have, we need to be able to control possessions, control the clock. So we're gonna be in double tight. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna try to control the clock, keep the ball away from the other teams, and just try to be really precise in what we're doing. Run a few plays and run them good.
Talk a little bit about your district. Talk about the teams that may have the inside track in district play to get into the playoffs, you think?
There are two teams that are really going to stand out, probably three. Sharon Springs, every year, their tradition, just traditionally they've been good. So they're on top of our district by far. And then I think this year, Tri-Plains Brewster. They're going to be a team to be a really big force in our district. They're tough. They're loaded top to bottom.
And then some numbers too, don't
they? Yeah, they got when you can combine two schools, that really helps. And then you got Hoxie. I'm not sure what their numbers are, but they got a lot of speed and they're always very competitive.
The talk is now around here in western Kansas, northwest Kansas, of more schools going to 6-man. You played a 6-man game last year against Weston. You will again this year. But now there's talk about several schools in northwest Kansas anyway making the commitment to go to 6-man. Give me your thoughts about that and the realistic notion of doing so.
For us and the numbers we have, there's really nothing for us to do but to go 6-man. We have 7 schools throughout northwest Kansas who have committed to the 6-man football for this next cycle actually. So I think with the dwindling populations down here, there's tons of girls in the schools. Tons of girls. We have tons of girls out for volleyball, out for basketball. We just don't have a lot of boys. So with that being said, for the rest of the schools out here, we had to think, football was what really starts your season off in school. And, for that being said, if you want to keep your school, football is the key to that. And so for us to keep a football team and be competitive, looking at 6-man is really what we had to do.
Mark Coles, made the decision last year to go to 6-man at Weston. Can you almost credit him for getting the rest of you to think about it?
Oh, absolutely. And I think if he would have let more of us know earlier on, I think that a lot of us wouldn't have turned our 8-man football card into Acacia, and we probably would have been playing 6-man as well last year. But no, Mark gets a lot of credit, and he's moved on to Ness City, so the rest of us got to take the torch from him and run with it.
And I think there's an interest possibly, you'll find out, I think, once you guys go this year and particularly next year, that in 3 years from now, after this next cycle's done, that there legitimately could be a new division in Acacia of high school football, don't you think?
Yeah, this next cycle we're not going to be sponsored by Acacia. They want 24 schools, and right now that's not possible. But I think some schools are apprehensive about going six-man just because they're not sure what it's going to do. But I think once we get the ball rolling and other schools see that, hey, we can be competitive, hey, it is football, it's a track meet, a lot of speed, a lot of throwing the ball, everybody's eligible. And I think once schools see that and see they can get more kids to participate, be able to scrimmage and practice, I think you'll see more schools go to it.
Now, would it be possible maybe that a school would play 6 or 7 out of their 9 games, 6-man, but they might still always play 2 and 8-man or not?
Yeah, I think you'll see, with only there being 7 schools, it's going to be hard for us to fill a full schedule. So I think you'll see us playing, 4 or 5 games, 6-man, some 8-man, and then trying to develop a playoff system with a few schools to maybe have a state championship. Dodge City has contacted our schools out here, and they said they will host a 6-man state. They'll put everybody up, feed them, put them in hotels, and they're really excited about having it.
Great. Listen, good luck to you this year. A new season for you, and for you, your 16th year, I guess.
16th year.
Congratulations on a long run at Golden Plains, and we look forward to be following your team several times this year.
Thanks, Rich.
All right, Coach Smith joining us, Travis Smith, the head football coach of the Golden Plains Bulldogs, on our preseason coaches interview show, brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Kansas and many businesses throughout the Sullivan, Rexford, and Colby area. Thanks for joining us.